Hello, this is Dane at Jonah Custom Guitars, working once again, on this peg head repair. Started the other day. I had the veneer, plastic veneer that was delaminating, took care of that. Actually got the peg head glued back on. And I was debating with myself whether or not to try to spline this. And decided to go ahead and do it because, well, what my debate was, the internal debate was that you've got, just this short grain through here, and then very little actual contact on the new repair, which the second line that you can see. Yeah, see, this first line was the initial break that I didn't do the repair on, and it was just glued back together and it was solid. But then it broke again right back here. I'm not sure you can see that. But anyway, yeah, there it is in the light. You can kind of see that edge, right in there, that area. So you've only got, that distance to here. So, and then there's the big truss rod cavity, right? So you have very little actual wood contact here. So I thought, well, I'm going to spline it. Then I was debating whether or not I was really going to do any good with splining, because I'm only contacting a short portion of that. But actually, the more I thought of it, once I got the grooves routed in, you can see these splines are cut at a curve, but the bottom is flat. So this is, down in the neck, and it's going through straight. So it's not actually parallel to the fretboard, though it's straight, but it's parallel to this angle. Okay, at the bottom of the groove. So, you just increase a lot more flat grain to flat grain glue surface. And then this being straight grained through here to that flat grain there, I just thought, even if it's not contacting a lot of the actual break, it's still reinforcing the entire peg head, so I went with it. And the way I did that was to build a little template, kind of a router template. I thought about trying just to make a sled for my table router, make a sled for the guitar, and do something like that, and it would have a rounded bottom. And I thought, well, flat bottom's better. And so I made this little sled here. Sled, not really a sled, a little template. And this router, this Makita, plunge router, has a collar on it. So this was harder than any of the rest of it, or just more complicated, because I had to do a radius on the bottom of it originally that matched the the bevel and then the sweep of the back of the headstock, and it went in. You can see without the little piece of block to raise it up, I was actually too close, because the router would go off and hit the back of the peg head, and then it would ride up. And there again, it probably would have worked, but I didn't want to have a radius in the bottom of that groove for the spline. So figured out where all this was going to ride. Cut the little angle thing, and it actually fit the back of the neck really good. And then I cut the slots with another, on the router table with a 1/2-inch router bit, slotted those through. Anyway, now those just straddle that little collar on the router just pretty good. They got a little bit of clearance, but not much. And so once I put the little extra piece on there to raise it up, then the router cleared the headstock and could come to the end of this route. So anyway, I did a couple grooves, made the splines out of ebony, because I'm going to be sanding the back of this neck down to where I'm into the original wood, and in which time I'll try to do a match on the stain / lacquer finish, whatever's on here. And I want the ebony to be, I want people to be able to see those splines and realize that they're there. Not that if I left the thing the way it was, people wouldn't have been able to have been repaired. And not that this guitar has any kind of value. It's just that I actually thought it would be a nice little detail. And if I tried to bury them, then you wouldn't see that. So, that's it. That's where we're at right now. I'm going to pop the clamps back on this because I pulled them off just to do this little bit of video. And they're not quite dry. So, holding those things down. And that's it for today. And I'm going to go find some dinner. And thanks for watching.